another video of Lucy Pyre, which is called The Salty Guide to Final Fantasy XIV Healing in 5 minutes or less. Let's see what she has to talk about this topic. Because, yeah, healing is kinda one of my most neglected aspects of this game. But I think it's actually more important than anything else. And I have quite some experience with my white mage and many complaints about the player base from time to time. Okay, let's go.
Do you like the feeling of godhood? Having ultimate control over destiny? Holding the fate of the party in your hands? Then you're looking at the wrong role. Because healers are not for the power hungry. As of 6.0, healers are for role players. Or people who are too angry to learn anything else. Welcome to the Final Fantasy XIV Healing in a Nutshell Guide. And I'm here to tell you that we can get through this disaster together. Step 1. You are a healer. What do you think your job is? Multiple choice, take your time. If your answer was healing, it's time to pick a different role. And if that sounds weird, it's because the tank can do most of your healing for you. So your real job is just making sure that no one kicks the bucket. You can accomplish this by having everyone at full health, or you could end the fight like me, where everyone is living on a fucking prayer. Yes, indeed, your real job is 98% dealing damage and 2% babysitting the DPS that just can't seem to pick up a mechanic after seeing it for the 14th time. You are the unappreciated mom of the party. You are here to kiss the job.
Just stupid healer.
You are the unappreciated mom of the party. You are here to kiss the job potion summoners' boo-boos and make them better. But no more than that, for you are a strict tiger mom. And all DPS should be forced to suffer. I mean, don't let them die, but let them panic at the disco a little bit. Who doesn't love seeing a summoner spam physic in pure desperation? Step 2, you have to pick a healer. What method will you use? Should you pick a healer that appeals to you on a personal level and won't lead to burnout? Or will you follow the all-knowing meta?
Hey! There was my video in there. Oh, I feel honored. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. But it's just the bad videos. Okay, she actually searched for tier list. Okay. Then it's okay, because I think that's where my content is being promoted towards. I'm so ashamed. I'm sorry, guys. I should produce better content than that.
You follow the all-knowing meta of the game that definitely matters. Trick question. Pretty much every healer is just the other healer, but with a different coat of paint, so I highly recommend picking Sage, because damn, those lasers are sick, boy. I mean, yeah, there are some differences, but I can simplify them real quick for you, so here we go. White Mage is your go-to pick if you hate yourself and thinking. Astrologian, pick this if you hate ever having a moment of peace and you enjoy carpal tunnels. Scholar, pick this if you love Navi and you like it when people die through no fault of your own. And Sage, pick this if you're a fucking base Chad and you have a need for speed. And there you have it. Enjoy your new main friend. Step 3. So you've chosen your healer. How do you go about setting up your hotbar? You may recall that I said 98% of your time will be spent DPSing. This might not be true at first when you're new to the role, but as you get used to it and start to realize how little damage there is in mainline content, this will indeed be the case. Just put your damage spells on whichever key you don't mind losing from overuse and put your healing wherever suits your fancy. Now as you're doing this, you may realize something. Hey, so
that is really something nobody brought up yet, but I was always thinking about myself, because I have my glare as white mage on my how's it called, the thumb button here on my mouse, and it's really overused compared to my other buttons. I feel like this button is used so much more that I felt like maybe I should rotate the button actually to avoid that my mouse is breaking at some point. So this might actually be a really difficult thing that you should be aware of.
Just put your damage spells on whichever key you don't mind losing from overuse and...
Yeah, because that might actually be a proper concern here.
Put your healing wherever suits your fancy. Now as you're doing this, you may realize something. Hey, so I was putting all my skills on the hotbar, but I only have 2 buttons that deal damage. I must be missing something. Is that really what I'm doing 98% of the time? Yeah, that is kinda weird, huh? Maybe we should ask the devs to do something about that. Hey Yoshi P, the healers know you're not gonna increase damage, so they just want more DPS things to do. You want me to tell them that? Okay. Bye, Daddy. Alright, so I know you're still on a vulnerable...
Okay, these little details are amazing. And that's why her content stands out so much. Also the Animal Crossing voice over there is amazing. Is that Animal Crossing? I think that's actually Animal Crossing. It really sounds like that. Okay, Daddy. That are actually honorable claims that should be improved in this game still. And I still stand by it. Because, yeah, you don't have to heal all the time because damage is kind of very low. Not in Endwalker. It already started in Stormblood or even before that. You are basically pushing the same button over and over again. And no healer is different here. You have a dot to be applied. You have some cards in there. You have some pet management in there, in between all this. But basically, your GCD is rolling through damaging spells. And not spells, but one spell, actually. And another spell every 30 seconds. So, I think Square Enix has to step out here and have to improve that experience. Because that's really, really falling behind, in my opinion. They should do something against that. At least give us some base rotation that you have energy that you can use, like the Scholar has, for example, with energy drain. But for every healer, and yeah, that interacts with the stuff, and maybe just fix the white mage where yeah, Flatus Misery is dealing less damage than just keep continuing to spam Blair. Just something very, very simple. It doesn't need to be the craziest shit there, because I know that many players are playing the game, playing healers, because they don't want to yeah, work around with insanely difficult rotations and stuff. But yeah, just something baseline, like the tank, but even less complicated. I don't know. Is there enough total button already? Yeah, the thing is, would you disagree that this spamming one button is definitely boring? Yeah, at least give us something. A combo of 3 buttons where you follow on the logic of a bard, for example, or machinist, the early machinist in Heavensward, where just something procs, and it's not just 1, 2, 3, because that's also super boring, but it's 1 that can proc 2 or 3. Maybe some randomizing aspects in there, that at least you have something that deviates from that, and maybe 1 OGCD that you get by using your job gauge from time to time. You might actually sacrifice healing to do that, but yeah, just a bit more. Should they? I kind of like it this way. Maybe even reduce the buttons even more. Healing kit. Yeah, reduce the buttons of the healing kit. Maybe increase stuff that you're doing basically 90% of the fight to be more enjoyable. Like, you're doing it 90% of the time, so this should be the best experience you have. Like, the healing spells, they are good. I think each healing kit on each healer right now is totally fine. But when you find yourself just spamming one button, yeah, it's actually not the coolest thing. Yo, Desperius, new to your Twitch, but a long-time watcher of your vids. Great job. Keep it up. Rin Farron, thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Alright, so I know you're still on A Realm Reborn and your single target rotation doesn't change from level 45 to 90, but he told me to tell you to queue for Ultimate. Yeah, I don't really know myself on that.
If you want more engaging content, go play Ultimate. Started by Deceptus. Did he actually state that? Yes, it is? Okay, crazy. That must have been replied to a infuriating conversation or something like that. Yeah, he isn't wrong. He isn't wrong. No, don't get me wrong. He isn't wrong. That's actually right. If you want to have the game demand you more or require more skill of you, you should do that. And I can't complain about the game being too easy when I haven't cleared any ultimate yet. All right, let's continue here.
That one. Step 4. So you just died and watched the tank carry the entire party through 80% of the boss's HP like it was nothing, huh? Don't worry. Happens to all of us. Yoshi forbid you're new to a dungeon and you die to a mechanic at the beginning. Red mages and summoners are never there when that happens. And Endwalker tanks have made it their personal mission to flex their new self-healing at the expense of the entire party. But I get it. You need advice.
Wait a second. We have to read the message. Bro, I'm begging you, please. I just want to finish this dungeon before dinner. Can we not do this for once? For one time, can we not do this? You're doing 2K. This is going to take a hot 20 minutes, please. This could actually be direct speech of a tank, right?
Entire party. But I get it. You need advice to soften the blow dealt to your ego.
But yeah, bro, I'm begging. I think nobody that is in that spot would beg somebody.
But I get it. You need advice to soften the blow dealt to your ego. Once upon a time, you were the based healer who could carry any tank through the largest of bulls. Now you're just here because the duty finder said you have to be. My suggestion is to simply become a masochist. When you enjoy the pain, the tanks have no power over you. In fact, you should probably start ERPing in Sage Chat to assert your dominance over the entire party. See if he can self-heal himself through that emotional trauma. Step 5. Now there's been a lot of negatives in this video, but if you've learned to navigate this cruel healing world, let me take a moment just to say thank you. You're doing a job not many people want, and where would those horrible DPS be without you? Even though you're never gonna have more than 2 buttons to deal damage, even though several of your job skills are useless enough to almost never get touched, even though your kit works against itself, even though you have too much healing when everything is going well, and not enough healing when more than 2 people make a mistake, even though warriors can heal themselves better than you ever could, even though... Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the guide, and you are now a Chad healer! Wow, this role sounds really well designed and fun. To summarize, keep everyone at 5% just to feel alive again and learn to love pain. Thank you so much for making my tank queues shorter. I love you, healer mains. Yay!
Wait. Every single healer main ever except Momo, my alpha rival. Okay, how's she attached to Momo?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. I'm done. I'm done. I'm leaving. Gotta go. I'm packing my bags right now. I'm coming over, bro. I'm coming over, Desperius.
Wait a second, I think it knocked on the door. I swear it's my last video about heals, okay? It won't be, but it's hilarious. There's always 7.1. Crashed 7 times while making this. No! Oh man. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. I would love a healer that does self-damage to heal a party. Oh yeah, that would be cool. That would actually also address the problem of how boring dealing damage can be, because then you have to heal up yourself to compensate for that again. But yeah, amazing video. I think Lucy is really on the rise right now, and she deserves that. She really deserves that. Her videos are amazing. It's always entertaining to watch them. It's fun to watch them, and yeah, there's a lot of meaning behind it. Like I like the ending here, even though it's kind of a bit sarcastic. I think she means it by heart. That yeah, healers are still important. I was born a healer, white mage. Now I'm a war. I'm still a healer. yeah, exactly. I think that's actually a meme. They embrace that meme because they made it even stronger on the warrior, the self healing. And I'm really looking forward to play my warrior when I can simply just grind through the dungeons there. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. That's it for today. Wonderful video by Lucy. Thank you so much for providing us with that content. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and push out every like you can onto the videos that she produces. So thank you all else for joining, for participating today. Next week, Final Fantasy XIV 6.1. I'm hyped. You are hyped. We are all hyped. And we will see what the Lord and Savior Tataru will have for us, which is also, we figure out, Yoshi P.